Details of Harlan T. Cunningham's life were difficult to acquire, as many traces of his identity before becoming an assassin were altered or erased by Gavin Banks. It is only thanks to Agent DaCosta's remarkable skills that we are able to piece together this profile. Cunningham was outed as homosexual in high school, which unfortunately ruined a promising wrestling career. He left Texas as quickly as he could and fled to Europe. Cunningham was recruited by the Brotherhood in Florence, Italy, under the leadership of assassin veteran Adriano Maestranzi. Sigma Team attacked the Florence hideout in 2012, but Maestranzi detonated a bomb. 3 assassins were killed before the explosion, but Sigma Team was annihilated in the process. Cunningham and I were the only survivors. Cunningham was last sighted in Rotterdam, alongside Aaron Schutt, a former mixed martial arts champion who also suffered a career backlash when he came out as homosexual. It is clear that Cunningham is mentoring Schutt in the ways of the Brotherhood. Although physically gifted and extremely dangerous, Schutt is a poor choice as an assassin. He is incapable of keeping a low profile and will compromise the Brotherhood despite himself. Recently, Cunningham stole a piece of Eden from an Abstergo facility in Rotterdam. During the operation, Schutt was charged to attack Abstergo employees throughout the city to draw attention away from his mentor. Although Sigma Team managed to reclaim the item, both Cunningham and Schutt escaped. I will not allow Cunningham to get away from me a 3rd time.
Alright, so they didn't take the box. I mean, we're listening to these tapes, and it just sounds like Otto Berg isn't very good at his job. like, he lost, like, the Sigma Team got annihilated, and now he's hunting assassins, and like he was too late in India, and now these 2 guys escape, and it's like, isn't he kind of bad at his job? Maybe he doesn't actually want to. See, I keep thinking he's actually an assassin. I keep thinking he's actually working for the assassins, and he's like kind of a double agent in the Templar Order, pretending to be a Templar because he's so bad. He's so incredibly bad at his job. He hasn't, like, he's gotten the Sigma Team annihilated, and he's kind of getting wrecked by everyone else. And also, Warren Vidic, like, he's only in the Templars because Warren Vidic has medicine for his daughter, right? But he's been so bad at his job, and maybe he's actually a double agent. I mean, that's kind of what it sounded like the whole time. Alright, let's hack this one. One, two, three, four. Refract. Let me just do that. And super easy.
Speak.
Why has Violet DaCosta been removed from Sigma Team?
I'm reassigning our assets as I see fit to align with the goals of the Phoenix Project.
The Phoenix Project? Sigma Team would be of more use hunting down the remaining assassins. Let Delta Team hunt precursor relics instead.
Those relics are the key to sequencing First Civilization DNA. Accomplishing that goal will in turn make the assassins even less of a threat than they are now.
Be that as it may, Agent DaCosta should not be wasted on something like Abstergo Entertainment.
Last year's fiasco with the Sample 17 project showed me that Abstergo Entertainment is more than just a disposable subsidiary. It's the best resource we have to finding new pieces of Eden.
It is a weak link that has been compromised by our enemies time and time again.
All the more reason to have DaCosta secure their access to the cloud servers. We're confident that Melanie LeMay won't fuck it up, like Olivier Garneau.
Bringing a civilian like that into our ranks is also unwise.
Time will tell with Miss LeMay. But she handled the John Standish situation with an even hand. She helped us discover the existence of sages, and in doing so, has done more for Phoenix than you have, Mr. Berg.
She also continues to ignore the presence of the instruments of the First Will within her operation.
Those whack jobs are actually useful to us for now. They're a cheap source of relics we can exploit. If they become too much of a problem, we'll deal with them with the same efficiency we deal with the assassins.
Giving the assassins time to regroup is a tactical mistake. We should strike them now while they are at their most vulnerable.
We value your passion and expertise, Mr. Berg, and your concerns have been noted. Now pack your bags. You've got a busy year ahead of you.
Okay, I'm still not sure what the point of all of this is. Feels like a soap opera of somebody's life more than anything serious. Alright, what is this? Philippe, you're getting great data from Fiora Cavassa, but I just want to chime in now and say that I don't want to focus too much on her early life as a courtesan in the Rose in Fiore. Rather, I want to focus on the intrigue and tension when she betrays her gang. I cannot stress enough how much I do not want Fiora to be perceived as a over-sexualized object. She's a courtesan, but rather as a cunning spy who has to make difficult choices to overcome life-threatening obstacles. I'm going to be on your ass about this, so always err on the side of good taste. I believe in you. Melanie LeMay, alright. I'm missing 4 tablets, by the way. I'm missing 4 tablets and I don't know where they are. I'm assuming that there's still areas we haven't unlocked yet, because otherwise there's like 4 whole tablets that I've missed somehow. Alright, let's go back to our desk. I hope the story ends well. I really do. Because there's a lot of expectation right now, right? Because we've set up this thing where Otto Berg's really trying really hard to convince us, or convince somebody, that the Templars are right and the Assassins are wrong. And somehow he thinks he's already done it, even though we've been through Shay's life so far, and it's just not that convincing. It's just not that convincing. Like, basically the Templars were losing until Shay joined them, and then they started winning. So basically they were kind of failing until they got an assassin on their side. It's like, does that really say much about them? Anyway.
Once you
Yeah.
go back to finish Shay's story, your life is never going to be the same afterwards. You should finish any outstanding business before entering your animus.
Oh, the game just told us that we can't come back afterwards. So I'm just gonna go around one more time and try and find more of these tablets. Yeah, so like, I think these are actually assassins. I think they're actually double agents. But yeah, so it's just not that convincing. So I mean, I hope that the ending is something amazing. Because so far we've been kind of disappointed.
Nothing to see here.
And as long as the game is not over, like, you can kind of build up that expectation that it will end well, but it has to end well. Because the longer you drag it out without the story being amazing, then the bigger the expectation is, and the more you have to
I'm bored out of my skull. But orders are orders, and my orders are to stand right here.
to actually meet those expectations. She just told us that we should find the last few tablets, right? Shay, Achilles, Kisagawase, Hope, Liam, Adewale. So Ben Franklin's still alive. Joseph, the book. So those 3 are dead. George Monroe's dead. I want to kill Gist. Haytham's gonna be still alive. Yeah, so I think this last segment, I don't know if this is the last segment, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just saying that and being confusing. And so I think what's going to happen now is Shay's actually going to go back and become an assassin again. Probably because Haytham does something stupid. And again, like Haytham, he's this kind of weird character that is whatever you need him to be. Like, he has these kind of weird emotional moments, and then like he's an absolute monster some of the time, and then he kind of randomly has moments of emotion sometimes. It's like what are you like? Do you care or do you not care? I mean, in that way, I guess it's consistent with the terrible story of Assassin's Creed 3. Oh, there's one. I'd like to explore the possibility of a follow-up to Liberation. We found some footage of Eveline's activities in New England, and it seems clear that she was still very active later in life. Ideally, I like a sequel to Liberation or some kind of follow-up, but I understand that's going to take some resources that we don't have right now. A quick fix option is to reuse existing assets and take a more family-friendly angle to the story. From a scrappy servant to a woman of dignity and poise, experience the heartwarming 18th century tale of a young Creole woman as she struggles to find her long-lost mother and heal the wounds of separation forever. Additionally, the liberation of Lady Eveline might open up some revenue from women, which is a demographic I think we have been ignoring for too long now. Yes, maybe. Actually, no, I think women play the other games
Helix is still up
just
and running,
fine.
but it looks like there could still be some interruptions in the
Although
service.
it would help if, you don't do dodgy things like have, what's his name?
I can't stop crafting oculi. It's like a disease.
Like you don't follow women home. In Assassin's Creed 2, when, what's his name?
Helix is still up and running, but it
Um,
looks like there could still be some interruptions in the service.
I just forgot the name of the main character in Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood and Revelations. Ezio. Ezio. Remember back in Assassin's Creed 2, Ezio was basically a creepy stalker, followed Christina home, even though she specifically did not tell him her name, and specifically, like she kind of smiled a little bit, and he just followed her home like a stalker. What a creep. Yeah, so if you don't do stuff like that, then that's probably gonna be fine. Don't really have to have woman main characters, although it'll be nice. So the way this is set up, look, I mean, it's kind of cool they have these kind of oval cubicles, even though it kind of wastes a lot of space. I mean, the oval cubicles are spatially interesting, but it makes it very easy for you to miss a cubicle. We're having to kind of scrub every single cubicle for these tablets, right? And sometimes you just don't find one of them because you actually miss the cubicles. Like all the cubicles are circular, and they're also arranged in these kind of really weird ways. So that the last tablet, it was just in the main area, right? Or was it? No, it was in one of the side offices. But it was in an office I've been to. No, it was in the main area. It was in the main area, and we've been through that main area like multiple times already, and I still found a new tablet in this space because everything is oval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I've been to all of them. I mean, alright, so we're still missing 3. And I'm pretty sure I've walked around all the I don't know. Do we really want to do this again and just walk around the entire level again? I mean, unless it's already on the map, but I don't think it is. Just check the map. Right, so there's nothing here, right? And then we can switch levels. No. And there's nothing here, right? Have I been back there? Yes. I don't know. And there's nothing here. And there's nothing here, so there's nothing on my map. I don't know. I mean, I want to get this stuff.
I hope Abstergo didn't pay a lot of money for these ugly statues.
I hope Abstergo didn't pay a lot of money for these Abstergo. Well, they pay a lot of money for you to stand around all day long. So I'm pretty sure they have plenty of money to spare to buy ugly statues, lady. We got a glimpse of Xiao Jun, while in the Ezio auditory section of sample 17, with so much demand for strong female characters right now, do you think we can focus some R&D into finding her genetic material? There is some evidence connecting her to the Jiajing Emperor, who by all historical accounts was a cruel jackass. Great villain potential if memory serves. I think there was also a Mongol invasion around that time. There's a lot of potential for a great new action franchise. Alright, good for you, Melanie. 18 out of 20. I mean, we've been through this map multiple times before, but we're still finding new things in nooks and crannies. Let me just make sure I scrub all the corners for loot.
They warned me about the cold Montreal winters, but no one warned me about the awful Montreal summers.
It's not summer, it's winter. Why are you complaining about the summer when you're in winter?
Just don't get modern art.
Has anybody seen tablets lying around? Two more. Alright, let's keep going. And they're like in the awkwardest corners and everything too. Like they're not just sitting around in obvious places. So you literally have to scrub the corners to find these things.
This game is the only thing that helps me get through the day.
And scrubbing the
I just don't get
corners
modern art.
is not fun times. Alright, nothing here.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry. Oh, look, there's another one. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. Hey, I just read the final text for the first episode. Last of the heroic Knights Templar, Jacques de Molay was a man of principle. A towering intellect betrayed by the man he trusted most, the corrupt king of France. Love it. And I think our users are going to love it too. This is going to be the crown jewel of our Helix launch in the fall. Great job, everyone. Yeah, well, that game doesn't run on any computer. They're referring to Assassin's Creed Unity.